Hey everybody, welcome to the Phantom Stranger channel. This is the Phantom Stranger, and I'd like to, I'm here to discuss the Kelly Sue DeConnick and Aquaman articles that's going on. This is more of just a carry-on from what Angleteen was talking about on his video. So let's recap this real quick. Now, I wanted to expand on something because this is important as far as I was concerned, because this was something that was promised to us years ago. But so let's recap what she has to say. So I'm writing my Aquaman. I've done my research, and I don't want to scare anyone. This is not a reboot, or I should say it in her voice. This is not a reboot. We're not even renumbering. But there's something kind of a more twinkle in the eye and a little bit of a swagger. Ugh, God, I hated her so much in that interview. I find that really appealing. And there's something visceral about the water and primal about the oceans, and I really got interested in that. She's so boring. God, she's such a basic bitch. The question I always ask when I'm approaching any character is, where does their pain come from? Where's their core wound? And how is that played out in their power? Sorry, I'm burping. Can you connect their womb to their gift? And how is it played out in their personality? What kind of conflicts does that suggest? She looked at the Better run as a basis, but she probably just ignored it because Jeff Johns is a white man. And, of course, right here, the approach for Aquaman has always been that he's essentially a mixed race, right? He's half Atlantean, half human, but that doesn't belong in either place, and the idea rejects him. But my feelings is contemporary society, we cannot play the beautiful, literally bulletproof white boy off as facing bias because his mixed parentage. I think that's disingenuous at best, and, I don't know, cruel at worst. So I was like, alright. Well, what else do we have to work with? So, okay, so the first thing she goes to is race. It's the first thing she always... I mean, that's what a racist would do. I mean, that's literally what a racist would do, is let's look at someone's race, not their characteristics. I mean, he's the king of Atlantis. Your first examination is race. So, I mean, she's obviously racist. I mean, she might deny it, but she is straight racist. No, I'm gonna post this. I'm just gonna air this out. This is my interpretations of what's gonna happen with the Matt Fraction, Kelly Sue DeConnick kids. Because these people have the only virtue in their life is love, and it's a perverted sense of love, because to them love wins, love is love, love is all you need. That virtue is going to negatively affect their kids, and honestly, because the way that Kelly and Matt Fraction, how they conduct themselves and allow themselves to dress and all sorts of fashion, I would not be surprised if one of their kids ends up becoming gay or trans or pansexual. But here's the thing, is that it's not just that, but that they're going to end up wearing their child as a fashion statement, because that's just what liberal hippies do. And not even really hippies. They're not really hippie. I mean, you can call them hipsters, I guess, because they dress really fucking retarded. But they are just leftist. That leftist mentality that they just, I mean, everything has to be a fashion statement. It's built into their sense of narcissism. And I mean, Matt Fraction, I think he said in interviews about, I mean, he's witnessed abuse. I can't remember if it was his father beating his mother, but it was one of the reasons why when he did the We Love Fine Hawkeye t-shirts, part of the shirts went to battered women's shelters. And so I think that has a great profound effect on his his writing, his attitude, his even his sense of style, and how he's going to end up raising his kids. I think that in a lot of ways he's not going to have a lot of the more concrete virtues, such as like truth and justice and all of that. He's going to always be more of the feminine side, because you can say that those two virtues are that the two virtue sets are male and female. The softer virtues, such as like love and mercy and kindness, are the more feminine, as well as the more concrete, the harder, the truth, the justice, the logic, and those kinds of manners, and using your head over your heart. Having your heart is submitted to your mind, but it's still active. Because a mind without a heart is cruel and cold, and a heart without a mind is deceptive and quite wicked and decrepit, to be honest. This is how we've gotten so far, to the point in society where we've got people pushing for pedophilia. So anyway, back to the point. Sorry, I know it's my little tangent there, but she says her Aquaman will move the conflicted king closer to Wonder Woman than Superman, because that's what she knows how to write. She knows how to write women. She doesn't know how to write men, and she doesn't. And I've noticed that this is a thing with a lot of female writers. And my number one, Kelly Sue DeConnick is very up there for me. I'm not a huge fan of female writers. I've barely come across any that are any good, or if they are good, they were good, but they're not good anymore. Who was it? She wrote for Daredevil and Green Lantern. Oh my gosh, her name just slipped my mind as I'm trying to talk. Shoot. Anyway, it doesn't matter. She tried she wrote New 52 Green Arrow. She really sucked at it. She moved on to Katana. She moved on to like different stuff. She was the reason why Rob Liefeld left DC Rebirth. I don't like that lady. And I don't like Kelly Sue DeConnick. But anyway, so back to the point here. So I want you guys to watch this here.
So we're all sitting here talking, and Rebirth is a very important word to us. But one of the things that brought us to this particular point is, we've had a lot of success in time. And it's funny, I was watching that video, and I see it play over and over again. And two moments happened. I remember the moment when I first started reading comics, because there's a timeline there. And the moment you first started reading comics, and it gets me really excited because it reminds me of why I love comics so much. But there's a second moment when I first started at DC 14 years ago. And when I hit that spot, the level of pride that I feel for the amount of work and just the beauty of the material and the excitement that work caused just fills me with so much, like I said, pride and excitement. And it's a commitment that we have to you to make those books as exciting for all of you as it is for us. You know what? And like I said, we've done a lot of things in the time. I've been here from the beginning. We had our time lead up into Infinite Crisis, which is still one of my favorite moments. We launched the New 52, which is still one of the most exciting periods of time in DC Comics. Mm-hmm. But sometimes what happens, and you can feel it now, sometimes you lose your way a little bit. Sometimes we get a little lost. And sometimes we lose our connection inside of our fans. And the whole purpose of Rebirth today, what we're going to hear to you, is show you our recommitment to you, the fans, and our dedication to our characters and ideas. And what this is about is to show you that we care as much as you do about these characters. And we're going to bring out the people to show you that. And the first stuff I want to do right now is that we had a little teaser piece that ran before this all started. And what we talked about is about the New 52 and everything, but something was missing. Mm-hmm. Something was missing, and you felt it, and after a while we started to feel it too. And what I want to do now is bring somebody who's missing on stage. The person who exemplifies so much of what DC is about, who understands our characters so well.
What else? What else can you honestly say about that? They acknowledged that in New 52 that they left so much behind, but and they really tried to bring it back, and it was and for those first, like, that first year of Rebirth was amazing. I mean, those they were doing the twice monthly and everything like that. That was part of this initial like, this is the Rebirth announcement, and this is when they were talking about their commitments. And like he just said, hey, we just, we lost our way in New 52, and we're really committed back to these characters. I 2 years and they've already broken it. I mean, 2 years. I mean, less than 2 years. They've already broken their commitments, because they said that they would continue. They would stick to the twice monthly. Well, they've since stopped. They said that they would stick to a $2.99 price tag. They've since stopped. And later on in this video, they talked about how they were writing stories that they wanted to read. And they failed to realize that that might not be exactly what fans wanted to read. And so they stopped, and that's why we had what we had. But now we've got Brian Michael Bendis and Kelly Sue DeConnick writing Superman and Aquaman from how they want to write them, not how the fans want it. It's breaking that commitment that they made on the DCAA live DC Universe Rebirth stream on March 26th, 2016. They broke this promise. It's been barely over 2 years now since this has happened, and they've broken it. I think that it's time that maybe we remind them of the promise that they made in this video. I think that maybe we should send them resend them this video and tell them, hey, you guys have been breaking every promise that you made in this video. And I mean, right out of the horse's mouth, man. I mean, he already admitted that they lost their way, and it's so sad that they lose their way so quickly. Like, New 52 was okay for like the first year. I mean, like, there were some good books and there were some bad books, and some books got better, some books got worse. Honestly, out of the New 52, my absolute favorite books were Swamp Thing and Animal Man. I didn't get turned on to Frankenstein until way too late. That book is fun. That was a fun book. But I'm trying to read Superman. I think putting Grant Morrison on Superman was a horrible idea. His books were just so weird and out there and just unnecessary. But Jeff Johns' Aquaman run was pretty fucking killer. So no doubt, that was pretty fucking killer. But I just wanted to show you guys this. I wanted you to remind people of this video in particular, and go back and rewatch this and see how quickly things kind of just devolved with DC. Man, especially with Ethan Van Sciver and and his attachments to DC. I mean, I know he said that he won't ever go back. I kind of wish that he didn't. I hope he doesn't burn his bridges. I hope he didn't burn any bridges when he left. I hope that he's still in good faith, because it would be cool to see him. I mean, maybe come back and do like some covers. Like, he doesn't have to draw any books. Just do a couple covers or something. Just keep himself afloat, because this $25 an issue Kickstarter stuff is not going to last. I mean, the economy is only going to be good for so long before things start to crash, and if there starts to become any issues, people are just not going to want to get into it. Not only that, but you have the issue 1 conundrum. People are they'll order the issue 1 in mass, but come issue 2, there's no guarantee that there's going to be as many people following along with that. His other projects too. I mean, like Rainbow Brute. I mean, it might do okay, but it's not going to be Cyberfrog issue 1. It's not until I think that Richard and all those guys really buckle down and get like an LLC started and start working on a publishing house and really start talking of actually making a publisher. I think that's that's when people are gonna actually want to go back into investing in them. I know I just went off another side on another tangent there, but yeah. So this is where we're at so far. DC's bringing in toxic creators and letting them run amok, and they've already lost sight of everything. Again, they've already lost sight after such a short amount of time. 2 years is not very long, and for them to do this. So, like I said, go ahead. I mean, watch this video. Go watch I Love Comics. I'm gonna post his videos link into my description, so that way you guys can see the original video. Like I said, this was just a follow-up. This is actually probably longer than his video anyway. So, alright. Later, guys. Have a good one.